it's Kelsey coming back at you with another video. Happy St. Patrick's Day. As you can see, I'm wearing my green Don't Pinch Me. The only green shirt I own, actually. I don't wear a lot of green, and that's why it's Mountain Dew and it's not nothing fancy. Okay guys, so thanks for tuning in. Today I'm going to be talking about one of my favorite things on planet Earth, Netflix. Netflix is my favorite freaking thing, guys. My favorite thing ever. And I'm going to be talking about, I think, five. I have it written down so I won't forget. 5 Netflix shows that I'm obsessed with. And guys, I'm really weird. So some of these are going to be a little strange. Some of them are going to be a little girly because I have 2 different sides. I'm kind of really girly but really weird and out there. And there's nothing wrong with that. But yeah, if you like weird things, if you like girly things, you might as well stay on this video. So okay guys, I'm gonna get right into the video. So the first one I'm gonna talk about is a show called Russian Doll. I think it might be a Netflix original, and it only has like 1 season, but it's so good and it's a quick binge. And if I had to rate it, I'd rate it a 9 out of 10. I really like it. It actually stars Natasha Loin. I don't know if I'm pronouncing her last name right, so I'm sorry if I'm not. Yeah. So her name's Natasha Loin, and she plays a character named Nadia on this show. Now, if you don't know Natasha Loin, she's actually the girl that plays Nikki from Orange is the New Black. If you have never watched Orange is the New Black, where have you been? Yeah, but she basically is exactly like her character from Orange is the New Black. She basically acts the same. There's hardly any difference, and if you like her character on there, you're gonna love her on here. So basically she plays a girl named Nadia, and so the show starts out, I'm not gonna give you like the full thing because I don't want you to watch it and I don't want you to give you any spoilers, but basically it starts out with her in her friend's bathroom looking at the mirror. And then she walks out, and then she starts talking to her friend, parties and all that. I think she's turning like 36, so it's her birthday party. So after she leaves, she gets hit by a car, I think, and she dies. So you're like, okay, that's kind of morbid, but yeah, I mean, I like weird stuff. So she dies, and then she keeps coming back to life every day, reliving the same day, and it's sort of like Happy Death Day. And a lot of people I know don't like that show. They're probably like, oh my god, why are you even telling me this? I hate shows like that. I hate repetitive, but I like stuff like that because I like to find out what happens at the end of the show and why she keeps dying and reliving and dying and reliving, and it's different ways every time. It's so interesting. And like halfway through the show, she meets a friend that's dying too. I don't know if I gave you too much detail. I'm sorry. I'm a little blabbermouth. But yeah, Russian Doll, 9 out of 10. Please watch it. It's awesome. It's only 1 season, the quickest binge of my life, guys. I think I watched it in a day. Maybe not even it probably didn't even take me a day, to be honest. It was just really quick, and I loved it. It was awesome. It's so weird, and I love weird stuff. So if you like weird stuff and you like the girl that plays Nikki off of Orange is the New Black, she's just like her character in Orange, so just watch it, guys. It's awesome, I promise. Just try it out. Okay, let's move on to the next show. The next show I like is a really heartwarming show, and it just gives me all the feels, and it's just like a family-oriented show, and I love it so much. It's Heart of Dixie. And if you've never watched Heart of Dixie, and I'm sure you have because a lot of people have, it's about this girl named Zoe Hart, and she's played by Rachel Bilson. I think that's her real name. And she is a big town girl from New York, and I think she's related to someone in Alabama, but she's never really met them, and they leave her their practice, their medical practice, and she goes there to be a doctor. And she is welcomed with open arms because it's a small town in Alabama. And y'all all know from my previous video, I'm from Alabama, and so it's true to my heart. And she ends up loving it there, and she has sort of like an enemy on the show. Not really an enemy, but she's like really jealous of her, and it's so funny. And her name is Lemon. Yes, guys, you heard me correctly. Her name is Lemon, like the fruit. Yeah, it's so weird, but it's so funny, and it's kind of like got its little funny, quirky moments. It is a really feel-good show, and you just want to like watch it all day long. And especially like if I had a bad day, I would love to watch it because it would just make you forget about everything. You know those shows that are just like, they give you the feels, and you're just like, oh my god, I had such a bad day, I want to watch this show. And so every time I had a bad day, I'd want to watch that show. It's just such a good feel-good show, and she has 2 love interests. So if you're like, it's sort of a girly show too, because I'm really a girly girl, and if you like girly shows, and I'm sorry to the guys if there's any guys watching this, sorry, it's really girly, but there is a couple, there's like 1 or 2 on here that a guy might watch. But yeah, check that out, especially if you're a girly girl, you'll love it. So let's go on to the next. Okay, so the next one that I love is really weird and sci-fi. And if you like weird, you'll like this. And I'm sure a lot of people have watched it. It's a very popular show, and that is The Walking Dead. The Walking Dead, I'm obsessed. When I say obsessed, I mean obsessed. Okay guys, so The Walking Dead, yes, it's a zombie show, and you're like, oh my gosh, zombies, oh my gosh. Like, a lot of people are like that. They'll be like, why would you want to watch a show about zombies? And honestly, it's not really all about zombies. It starts off that way. It's about this guy named Rick Grimes, and I'm sure if you haven't heard of Rick Grimes, I mean, most everybody has. And his name is Rick Grimes, and his real name is Andrew Lincoln. He's awesome, guys. He's a really good actor. And it starts off with Rick, like the first episode starts off with Rick, his son Carl, and actually no, it doesn't even start off with his son Carl and his wife Lori. He wakes up in like a hospital because he had been shot before the apocalypse because he was a cop. And he wakes up and he doesn't know what's going on, and he wakes up to an apocalyptic world. The world has ended and everybody is coming back from the dead, and they're zombies now. They don't call them zombies, they call them walkers. So there's all these walkers around, and eventually he comes upon some people that become like his family, and he meets back up with his wife and son and finds them, and it becomes a whole shebang. And basically they're trying to survive from these zombies, and if you get bit, you know, basically turn and you get this really bad fever, and you either turn or you die. Well, you're gonna die regardless, but you'll either turn or die, or somebody will kill you before you can turn. And it's basically about surviving from zombies, but there's also some evil people that try to take over them, and they try to take everything they have, take their food, and it's all about survival. And there's a lot of fighting scenes in there, and it's a really action-y show. And if you like fighting scenes and actiony stuff and horror, you'll love Walking Dead. And also, guys, I'm sure everybody knows this. I'm not going to tell you who my favorite character is. Just because if you just so happen to have not heard all the spoilers. My favorite character, I'm not going to tell you when, dies. My favorite character of all time. Guys, y'all don't understand. My heart was so broken when he died. He dies from like, wait, I'm not even gonna tell you because I don't want to give too much away. I'm pretty sure everybody knows, but I don't want to give too much away. But at this specific time, he dies in such a brutal way that I was just like, wow. Because we were expecting someone to die, and at this moment in time, I was me and my husband, we were at my mom's house and we were watching it, and my mom was in her bedroom with my dad, and my husband and I were sitting on the couch, and he dies in such a brutal way, and I'm just like, no. And my husband's like, are you serious right now? Are you laughing? I mean, are you crying right now? I'm like, he's like, are you serious? It's a show. And then he starts like dying laughing at me. I'm like, it's not funny. And that's like the only show I can get him to watch with me every now and then, because we're so opposite, we're so different, so he likes different things other than me. And so he was actually watching it with me, and he was just like, what is wrong with you? And then my mom comes out, and I'm just like, and my mom comes out, and she's like, what is wrong with you? I'm just like, he's dead. She's like, who's dead? And I'm like, he's dead. And then I tell her who's dead on the show, and she's like, I thought somebody was really dead. Why did you do that? What is wrong with you? And then she goes back in her room all mad because she thought like something was wrong with me, and I'm just like, and I cried for literally, I kid you not, 2 hours. I get so emotionally invested in my shows, I will like die. Like, I'll die with my characters. And he was my favorite character, guys. He was my favorite, by far, character ever. And it just hurt me to my core, and I wasn't expecting it, but it made the show so good. And I think this show has like 9 seasons? It's got 8 on Netflix, but I haven't seen season 9 yet. But it gets different as the show goes on. It's still good, but it's not like the same as it used to be. It's one of those, but it's if I had to rate it, I'd rate it at 9 out of 10, just because the ending is not like, they don't have an ending yet, but like the more recent seasons, they're not as great as the other ones, if that makes sense. Okay, so let's move on to our next one. And yes, I'm flipping a page because I'm forgetful and I will forget what I'm about to talk about, so I'll flip the page and let y'all know. Oh yeah. Vampire Diaries. If you do not watch Vampire Diaries, what are you doing with your life? That is what I have to ask you. What are you doing? Why are you not watching it? Where have you been? Yeah. This is a girly show, so sorry guys if you're watching. Sorry. Vampire Diaries, my absolute favorite show. One of my favorite shows. Like I said, my absolute favorite, but one of my favorite shows out there. And the reason being, one of the main reasons being, I ain't gonna lie to you. Hello, Ian Somerhalder. Hello, and Paul. I don't remember his last name, but his name is Paul. And he plays Stefan and Damon. And hello, Elena Gilbert. Like, she's everything. She's played by Nina Dobrev. Nina Dobrev is everything. Everybody on there is such a good actor, guys. If you like vampires, watch it. If you're into, like, I love the Twilight series. I'm so obsessed with Twilight that I have the whole soundtrack on my phone. I love vampires. I just love stuff like that. And it's like a good mix between sci-fi, romance, and mystery. I just love stuff like that. And it's got, I think, 8 seasons. And it is so good, guys. It's basically about Elena Gilbert is her name, and she has a diary, and she writes in it a lot because her parents died, and she writes about her experience with her parents' death. And she meets this guy named Stefan, and she has no idea he's a vampire, and he has a brother named Damon. She meets him, they kind of fall in love, and she finds out that him and his brother are vampires, and it's just so crazy. Her life is turned upside down. There's so much mythical things she has no idea about. Not just vampires, but other like mythical creatures she's not like that you hear that there's no way that's real, but she finds out everything is real. And her life is just turned upside down. She has to keep this big secret from her family and friends, and it's just so good, guys. It's everything. Like, if you love things, like if you love vampires, if you love action, if you love romance, drama, it's got everything in it. Really, you could watch it if you were a guy too, because it has a lot of action. So yeah, I don't think my husband likes it though. Well, actually, I will say he has watched maybe 2 or 3 episodes with me. Just every now and then he'll tune in and then look away and play on his little video games. But he did watch a couple, I think, and he kind of liked it when it was like actiony. So maybe some guys watch it, I don't know. Now I liked it so much that there's this place in Covington, Georgia that is the set of Vampire Diaries, and me and my cousins were gonna go around my birthday. My birthday's in December, but we never went because a lot of things happened. I had to cancel. It was around Christmas time, so it was really hectic, so we canceled. But I'm probably gonna reschedule one of these days and go, because like, just imagine just touring the set of your favorite show. It's amazing. It's a real town that they shot in. So if y'all want to check that out, I think it's Mystic Falls Tours. If I can find the website, I actually might leave the website in the link down below. if you want to check that out. And tell them I sent you their way. Even though I still haven't went myself yet, but I'm planning on going. And yeah, so if I had to give this a rating, I give this a 9 out of 10 just because the ending is good and all, but like, I won't tell you why because I don't want to spoil it, because it's kind of a spoiler if I tell you why it's not as good as it could have been, but it was still an amazing show, so I give it a 9 out of 10. Okay, let's move on to my last show. I think my 5th and final show. I think I went over 5, pretty sure. If I can't count, I'm sorry. Sorry, guys. Okay, so the 5th and final one that I'm gonna talk about is Pretty Little Liars. Yes, Pretty Little Liars. One of the best shows on planet Earth. Sorry if you don't like it. Yeah, guys, if you're watching this, you're not probably gonna be into this. So sorry, your girlfriend might be, or your wife, or your fiance. But Pretty Little Liars is one of the best shows in the entire world. I will never forget the first night I don't know why, but I remember the first night I watched it. I was like 14 years old and I was in high school. And I was actually watching, it was not Freeform at the time, it was ABC Family. And I was actually watching one of the shows I like, and I wasn't even gonna watch Pretty Little Liars, but I decided since it's coming on, might as well, I'm bored. You know, it was a school night, I didn't have any homework. I was like, whatever, let me just watch it. So I watched it all the way through, and I was like, that's it? Can there be more? Like, is there another episode? Can it be like a double episode thing, please? And I was so obsessed with it, like, oh my gosh, guys. I was so obsessed with Pretty Little Liars when I was in high school that if it was like, it came on Tuesday nights. If it was a Tuesday night and I could not get to my television, I was like, Mama, take me home now. Like, if we were somewhere, I was like, Mama, take me home now. Like, take me home. If I wasn't in my own car, I'd be like, I gotta go. Like, I would like, at the time, he was my boyfriend, but now he's my husband. I would be like, babe, I gotta go. Pretty Little Liars is coming on. See ya, peace, deuces. Because I couldn't even be around anybody when I was watching it because I was so immersed. It was like, you can't miss one word of that show because you will be lost completely. You have to watch every single second of it or you'll be lost. You have to be like this to your TV. Or you will miss something. And I love shows like that because it puts you on your seat. I love stuff like that. And Pretty Little Liars is basically about these 4 girls, Hannah, Aria, Spencer, and Emily. And they have a friend named Allie who went missing and they found out she died. And they start getting these text messages from someone named A, and they're like, who's A? And like, they're threatening text messages like, I see you, A, or I might bury you like I buried your friend Allie, A, something like that. And it was so creepy and mysterious, but it was girly at the same time, and it was just like, had everything. It had drama, romance, like anything you want, like as a girl, you'll get in this show. And it's so good, guys. Like, my favorite girls, I love all the girls, don't get me wrong, I love all of them, but my favorite 2 girls were Aria and Hannah, and I love their relationships for their boyfriends, and it's just such a good show, guys. It keeps you on the edge of your seat. And at the end of the show, A always shows you a little snippet of what she's planning to do to the girls next, and you never see her face. And there's like 4 or 5 A's, guys. Now, I'm gonna give this one an 8 out of 10 just because the last 2 seasons were not the best for me. Now, I did like them, but I didn't like them as much as the rest of the seasons. It's because it was like, they kind of spiraled it, and it was one of those shows where they like took it like too far. They should have ended it a couple seasons previously. They were trying to drag it out and make more content, which I understand, but you not gotta know when to end a good thing. But it was amazing and I love it. And yeah, so I'm gonna run back through what I just went over with you guys and my ratings and the seasons and all that good stuff. Okay, so the first one I mentioned was Russian Doll. It has 1 season, 9 out of 10, guys. If you like weird, morbid kind of stuff, watch it. It's starring Natasha Lyonne from Orange is the New Black. Try that out. And the second one I Heart of Dixie, guys. If you like feel-good shows that make your heart warm, and you like a short binge, it's only 4 seasons. Go watch it, and I give it a 10 out of 10. It's amazing. Also, the next one I mentioned, if you like gory, horror, action, watch Walking Dead. It has, I think, 8 seasons on Netflix right now, but 9 seasons like airing. Might be more than that because it's been on for a long time. I give it a 10 out of 10. Well, no, switch that. It was an 8 out of 10 just because it wasn't as good like in the later seasons as it could be. But I love it. Check it out if you haven't, and I'm sure a lot of people have. But Vampire Diaries is my next one that I mentioned. Go ahead and check out Vampire Diaries if you love vampires, if you're a Twilight fan, if you like romance and drama and action. And I give it a 9 out of 10. Check it out. It's got 8 seasons on Netflix, and the full series is on there. And they might be taking it off soon, so hurry. And the last one that I talked about, Pretty Little Liars. Please check that out. 7 seasons, 9 out of 10. Such a good show, guys. Please check it out. And yeah, I'm done talking about all the Netflix shows. Not all of them, but 5 of those that I really, really love. And just check those out, guys. And I'm going to leave the link in the description I actually mentioned the Mystic Falls tours. I haven't went yet, but I was planning on going for Vampire Diaries to see the set. If you're close to Georgia, it's in Georgia. I'm gonna try if it'll let me leave the link to their website in the description. Also, guys, don't forget to please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Also, I'm gonna leave the link to my cousin Sabrina's channel. She hasn't made any videos yet, but she's gonna be making her own individual channel. I'm gonna leave the link to Sabrina's page in the description box. And also, I'm gonna be leaving the link to mine and Sabrina's page, which we don't have any videos yet, but I'm gonna leave the link down there. Our videos are gonna start in May, and it's gonna be an interesting video, guys. The first video is gonna be a vlog, and I'm gonna give you one hint. We're gonna go to a really, really cool city, and it's gonna be so exciting, and we're going there for a specific reason. And guys, I'm just so excited to do it for you. I'm so ecstatic, and I can't wait. So just please follow us, subscribe to our channel, like this, and hit the bell so you know when I make a new video. So guys, yeah. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you later. Peace out, Girl Scouts. Bye.